Good day. Here are the headlines from the Philippine News Agency. The government is sparing no effort in assisting those affected by the impact of the El Niño phenomenon. Today, President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. flew to Iligan City to personally deliver various government assistance to select farmers, fisherfolk, and family beneficiaries. In a ceremonial distribution at the Mindanao State University, the President turned over financial assistance worth 10,000 pesos each to select beneficiaries from Iligan City, Lanao del Norte, and Misamis Occidental. Lanao del Norte's provincial government received 13.9 million pesos while Misamis Occidental received 24.3 million pesos. Meanwhile, the Department of Social Welfare and Development led the distribution of 10,000 pesos each to 9,588 select beneficiaries. Each attendee also received 5 kilos of rice from the office of House Speaker Ferdinand Martin Romualdez. This is the fourth time the President led an aid distribution event in towns severely affected by El Niño. Pag-asa said that while El Niño continues to weaken, the effects of extremely warm and dry weather may persist as the country moves toward ENSO-neutral conditions and eventually to La Niña.
Narito po ang inyong pamahalaan sa lahat ng oras. Sa panahon ng tagtuyot at pagparating ng tag-ulan, handa po kaming umagapay sa inyong lahat. Sa ilalim ng bagong Pilipinas, walang manlalamang at walang malalamangan, walang mang-iiwan at walang maiiwanan. Lahat po tayo ay sabay-sabay nahahakbang tungo sa mas maunlad na kinabukasan.
President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. stressed the importance of restructuring the country's higher education system. He says this is to match the requirements of the post-pandemic era and ensure global competitiveness. During the National Higher Education Day Summit at the Philippine International Convention Center, the President emphasized the importance of updating educational approaches to align with the evolving requirements of the global economy. He also highlights the importance of developing a skilled workforce through modernized training and education programs. The President urged that consensus reached during the summit be incorporated in the proposed budget for the Commission on Higher Education and State Universities and Colleges for 2025, as he believes that only through such budgetary allocations can new ideas be effectively implemented. The President also calls on all stakeholders to collaborate with the government to strengthen efforts towards creating an inclusive, equitable, accessible, and sustainable higher education sector, and to mold a new generation of critical thinkers, problem solvers, and visionaries who will realize the aspiration for a bagong Pilipinas.
Let us mold a new generation of critical thinkers, problem solvers, visionaries, who will realize our aspirations for a new Philippines, a bagong Pilipinas, to bring us to a future of growth, opportunity, and prosperity. In my view, it is the only way that our country will succeed. It is the only way that we will be an active participant in not only the economy of the world, but in all as a citizen of the world community, that this country will succeed.
Austria is opening its doors to more skilled Filipino workers to meet the country's labor demand and boost its economy. This as the Department of Migrant Workers and the Republic of Austria reaffirmed their ties in celebration of Philippines-Austria Friendship Week. DMW Secretary Hans Leo Kakdak says Austria is now working on hiring an additional 500 workers annually. Austria is home to more than 5,000 Filipino migrants, most of whom work in hospitality, food service, and healthcare. In 2022, Austria became an emerging labor market as deployment of Filipino workers increased by about 127%. Kakdak also says a migrant workers office would be open in Vienna in the third quarter of the year to support OFWs and prospect employers in Austria. For his part, Austrian Federal Ministry of Labor and Economy Director General George Konetsky thanked skilled Filipino workers for their contributions and vowed to uphold safe and ethical labor migration. The celebration of Philippines-Austria Friendship Week not only affirms the two nations' long-standing friendship, but also enhances mutual cooperation. A measure that will allow divorce in the country hurdled second reading at the House of Representatives on Wednesday. Lawmakers passed through voice voting House Bill 9349 or the Proposed Absolute Divorce Act. Under this bill, spouses can file for absolute divorce on the grounds of psychological incapacity, irreconcilable differences, domestic or marital abuse, transition or surgery for sex reassignment, and separation for at least 5 years. Grounds for legal separation under the Family Code of the Philippines can also be considered for filing absolute divorce. These include physical violence, moral pressure to change political or religious affiliations, drug addiction, bigamy, or infidelity. Meanwhile, the Chamber approved House Bill 10079, which seeks to repeal Republic Act 7392 or the Philippine Midwifery Act of 1992 on third and final reading. The bill aims to expand the midwifery curriculum from a 2-year Bachelor of Science degree to 4 years. This will not only upgrade the knowledge and skills of midwives, but will also allow those in government service to qualify for higher positions. Kabayan Party List Representative Ron Salo, one of the authors of the bill, said the bill strengthens the role of midwives in the healthcare system and promotes the well-being of mothers and their babies. Residents in Malate, Manila may want to stock up on cheap food and rice at the Kadiwa stall, which opens at the Bureau of Plant Industry or BPI in San Andres today. The Bureau says it will sell rice for as low as 29 pesos per kilogram. Also for sale are discounted fish such as tilapia and bangus at 80 pesos and 130 pesos per kilo respectively. Chicken will be sold at 180 pesos per kilo, garlic at 150 pesos per kilo, and red and white onions at 90 pesos per kilo. The Kadiwa will also sell more commodities like eggs, fruits, and other vegetables at lower prices. The BPI says it opened the Kadiwa stall in support of local farmers and consumers. The Kadiwa stall is open until tomorrow, May 17, from 7 a.m. until 3 p.m. or until supplies last. And that's the latest and the biggest stories on the PNA Headlines. For more news updates, please visit our website pna.gov.ph or our Facebook and X account, Philippine News Agency. The PNA Headlines is also streamed via the Servicio Facebook page. You may also watch the PNA Headlines through the Philippine News Agency's YouTube account, via the News and Information Bureau website, nib.gov.ph, under PNA News, or on the Facebook page of the Presidential Communications Office, or PCO. I am Wilnard Basilonia, and this is the PNA Headlines, bringing stories that unite the nation.